Shri Mataji, let's offer our heartfelt namaskara, Shri Mataji, and take collective bandhan. Now we'll keep both our hands on Mother Earth. Slowly close our eyes. Take our attention on the Sahasrara and we'll pray, Mother Earth, please take away all the problems of my body, of my chakras. Mother, please forgive us for all the mistakes that we do, for all the sins, for this ego and superego. We'll bring both our hands back on the lap. And keeping our attention on the Sahasrara, we will take the three great mantras. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Triguణात्मिका Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrar Swamini Moksha Pradayini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Now we'll keep our right hand on Mother Earth and balance our left channel. Shri Mataji, please remove all the problems of my left side. Mother, please take away all my conditionings, the superego, all unwanted emotions. All my emotions should be directed towards you, should be towards you. Well, take the mantra of Shri Mahakali and Mahabhairav. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahakali Sakshat Shri Mahabhairav Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. We'll bring the right hand back, left hand towards the sky. Keeping our attention on the right channel. Mother, please take away all the blockages, all the problems of my right channel. Shri Mataji, please take away all the heat from my right channel. Mother, please make me calm and relaxed. Shri Mataji, I surrender my ego on your holy lotus feet. Shri Mataji, please give us the state of complete surrender. Shri Mataji, please remove all my thoughts of the past or the future. Mother, please establish me in the present. Shri Mahalakshmi, Shri Hanumana Mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Maha Saraswati Sakshat Shri Hanuman Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Now we'll bring both our hands down, back on the lap. And we'll take our attention towards Srimataji, leaving all our chakras behind, all the thoughts behind. Our attention should be on Srimataji, on our Sahasrara. And in the Sahasrara, we will say to ourselves that all the actions in this world, Srimataji is behind everything that happens. We do nothing. It is her power and her desire that acts in every small happening, every small event, and every big event. She's behind all the actions. Srimataji, we do nothing. You are the doer, and we surrender completely to you. Mother, please take us into the state of thoughtless awareness. Please take away all our thoughts. I'll meditate for a few minutes, and if any thoughts come in or if the tension goes away from the Sahasrara, then we'll just keep on saying that, Mother, I surrender to you. Now, very slowly, we'll take our right hand on the Sahasrara. We'll keep it on the Sahasrara. We'll press it and rotate for 7 times. Shri Mataji, please open my Sahasrara completely. Please come in my Sahasrara. Please reside there. In your awakened form, so that I can feel your presence. Slowly we'll bring the hand down. Now I listen to Shri Mataji's talk from 1983 on Mahashivratri Puja.
I'm happy that you all have adjusted yourself in this small space. when there is love and understanding. Little space can occupy many hearts. But when there is no large heart, then whatever one may get, it is never sufficient. Today we are going to worship Shiva Tattva within us, principle of Shiva. For all Sahajogis, it's very important because Shiva is the ultimate we have to achieve. Shiva is represented in our spirit. So, to become Shiva is the ultimate aim of everything else. The rest of it is all created. Like Vishnu Tattva and Brahmadeva, just to create human beings, to evolve them, and then ultimately lead them to Shiva. That's the ultimate. But human beings get so involved into the Brahmadeva's tattvas that even to get into Vishnu tattva is difficult. They get involved into the 5 elements which have created us. That is the outermost being within us. All the chakras have the outermost, you can say, just the vessel. But the desire to be the spirit is of primal importance in Sahaja. So we have to see inward towards ourselves as Sahajogis. Do we have that desire entirely, or we have still many desires hanging around? See, the greatest problem is of the Navi chakra, whether it is in the east or the west. Some people still have hankering for the baser search of food, which is very surprising, even in Sajava of Navi chakra. Then still some people have sense of possessions and money quite a lot. And subtler they grow, still the detachment doesn't develop within them. It becomes subtler. As you grow subtler, the attachment becomes subtler and difficult to get out. Especially people who come up as leaders in Sahaja Yoga or closer to Sahaja Yoga are always under attack. They are attacked maybe by their husbands, wives, brothers, sisters, sons, children, something like that. And that makes it worse. Because all such leaders who are attacked try to displease all the deities by small things here and there. The whole behavior has to be understood that you have become a subtler person and you are rising higher. So naturally the negative forces are going to attack you. Always the front line is under attack, not the back line. So those who are in the front are always under attack. And they have to be very careful as to how they are behaving. For if there is a sly person, he will become sly but subtler slyness. he will not just become the other way now. His slyness will become subtler. If he is a miserly fellow, then he will become miserly in a subtler way. Or say, if he is an ego-oriented fellow, then he become ego-oriented in a subtler way. But to get rid of these things within you, you have to go to the other side of it. Say, if you are miserly, become absolutely generous. Give up everything that you have. Don't be calculating. Don't talk of money. Don't worry about money. If you are extravagant, indulgent too much, you should go the other way around. Unless and until you become juxtaposition, you cannot get rid of these things. Like if you are a hot-tempered man, very hot-tempered, then become so mild that even if somebody beats you, it's all right. Whatever one says, it's all right. That's how you get rid of your habits, which become subtler and subtler. There's another way of dealing with it. Being alert. When you are alert, you start seeing yourself as a separate person with the habits that it has. And then you start understanding why you are behaving. Oh, I understand. I knew you before, 10 years back, before my realization. I know, mister, you are like this. And then take a juxtaposition against that personality and just shoot it off. Like a person who is a negative, left-sided person. Whatever you may do for that person, he'll become subtler and subtler. Suddenly, if it's a girl, she'll start just crying for nothing at all, and feeling miserable. It's a boy, if he thinks about, analyzes, he'll become an analyzer of SYUK also, in a subtler way. Then what they should do is to stand before the photograph and see the reflection. That's the other one who died. And just try to make fun of that or shout at it. Depends on. If it is an aggressive stuff, it's better to make fun because stupid. And if it is that one that takes aggression, then shout at it. What do you mean by taking aggression? All these things, you see, are keeping you away from reality. Your being has to be cleansed. With your help only I can do it. Many people say, Mother, you are all powerful. All right, I am. And I can do everything. But only thing I cannot surpass your freedom. That's a fact. I cannot cross over your freedom. And when I cannot cross your freedom, you have to cross that. If in your own freedom you come inside, then I'll bestow upon you all the blessings. But if you want to stand outside, I'm not the one to put you in with a pistol. No, that's not the way it will work out. This is one hurdle that Sir Yogis must know, that at every moment you are free and freer and freest. The more free you become, the worse is your situation as far as the facing of the negativity is concerned. Say if there are 4 persons are around, they will be first attacked. Naturally, you can understand. The front line is always under attack, not the back side. Though, according to the law, it should be the back side because all these horrible negative forces should come from the back. But they are very clever. They know that the back are sometimes drop out by themselves, so no need to go that side. They try the front line. And those who think they are in charge and responsible have to be very careful as to how they behave, how they are responsible, how they work it out. If they are keeping their old habits at a subtler level or they are just fighting it. It's very important. And this is how intelligently you can manage yourself. Then once you become detached from all these things, only at mental level, the spiritual level I look at. But at mental level, you must come to logical conclusion that I have to fight this nonsensical stuff. I have to be alert about this nonsense that exists within me. Shiva Tattva is innocent, absolutely innocent. It's very powerful and extremely innocent. And the secret to achieve it is only just to please, just please him. If you please Shiva, then he may be a Rakshasa or anything. He grants all kinds of boons. But to a Rakshasa, he can only grant the boon of longevity, of long life. But to a saint, he will grant the Satchidananda state. So, even if he grants anything to a Rakshasa, one should not ask questions about it. He can give him longevity. What does it matter? Even if you live for thousands of years and earn nothing out of it, you never get your realization. So to a saint, he gives that eternal longevity which comes through spirit. This is the blessing of Shiva Tattva. While Vishnu Tattva, he gives assent to a saint and light of wisdom to see and understand everything in collective consciousness. And to a Rakshasa, he gives death. He kills. So for people who are not so deep, it seems that why should Shiva give any blessings of longevity to a Rakshasa? These are the characters of these different deities. Now, for example, if a Rakshasa wants to live long, he goes to Shiva, pleases him by praising him, singing songs to him, by asking his blessings, by doing tapas for him, talking about Shiva's innocence. He gets longevity. Sometimes these Rakshasas are better on the earth than in the subconscious. They can be horrid. They can gather some more booths to torture human beings. So it's better to keep them in the eyes of Vishnu. He manages them better here than to send them into the subconscious. But Shiva's style is very different from that of Vishnu's style. You have to have all kinds of styles because there are so many permutations and combinations in human beings. If you have one style, what will you do with the other style of human beings? So the style of Vishnu is that if you are trying to be funny, he plays tricks and puts you right. Say, a Sahajogi is not interested, Vishnu, so much in other people, but in Sahajogis. If Sahajogi tries to be funny, say he wants to drink wine, all right, he says, drink wine. He drinks the wine and then he gets hit somewhere, his car falls off, or he's insulted somewhere, something happens to him, he's punished so badly that he says, oh God, what have I done? That's Vishnu. But Shiva is other way now. If you see, Shiva's style is this, that if you drink, he just disappears from your heart. You have a heart attack and you die. He also kills. One kills directly in a positive way, he definitely kills. The another one by recession. If Shiva disappears, how can you exist? That's one way. Second way is that those who are born with Shiva Tattva, like our Sainath was, Shivdi Sainath, people like that. Even the Devi sometimes can do that. They drink away all the wines of the world, all the poisons of the world, like Shiva did. So when Sainath found that so many people were smoking this tobacco, he smoked all the tobacco of the world, tried to smoke everything in Maharashtra so that nobody should get it. That's the style of Shiva, to take all the poison into himself and to absorb all the poison within himself. He can deal with the most difficult things. So the one dealing comes through the brain, because Virata is in our brain, acts through the brain. So he plays tricks on you. And that appeals to us because we can see that he's killed someone. So we think, very nice mother, you have punished that man. But Shiva Tattva gives you the problems which normally you cannot see, but works out in a short time like that. Like heart troubles, or a person who has very poor Shiva Tattva can have all the incurable diseases of the world. There nobody is killed, but every minute the person is suffering. That is the way Shiva corrects. In us, when Shiva Tattva is awake, our priorities change absolutely. I see now that those who have come, say, to India from the West, have changed quite a lot in their priorities. But still, there is not so much change as it should be. They are, of course, 1,000 times better than their fellow beings who are not realized souls. But still, attachment to things, attachment to money is quite a lot. This detachment must work out. Seeing things are not correct in people, and the alertness is not there. To give a very, very gross example of this is, I'll tell you, that a gentleman, say, came and he was told that you have to give, say, 11 rupees for puja. He said, on principle, you are not supposed to give. So, you are only paying, even on principle, you are only paying for your food and lodging, not for puja. The other side of it, they will not even see that mother is spending so much for us extra, for which we are not paying. It's not all found. Like this, the other day I said that people are now asking me to pay for this. Now tomorrow they'll say pay for our house rents. It was such a condition once upon a time in London when I started the ashram, that they asked for all the utensils in the ashram, I paid for the rent, paid for everything. Ultimately, they said, we don't have an ironing board, please send us. From that, it's not so bad now, of course. But still, if they have to pay 5 rupees for taxi, they will think that, oh, we have to pay for taxis, mother is supposed to pay. But if I pay 7,000, 8,000 rupees for you to go to Haridwar, that's all right. That's good. That nobody wants to find out how mother is paying for us. It's surprising. And this disturbs me very much. That what is your attitude towards them? The pleasing should be done with full heart. Say if you have to buy any presents for your friends or anything, you don't mind spending money for that. But for puja you have objection. For your laundry, you used to pay always. I have seen the laundry bill, I was amazed how much money was. But 21 rupees, the principal was involved. Imagine. Look at it. If you look at it, you'll be shocked at yourself. But that shows, despite all this, you have got your realization. See the generosity. It's very, very, see, it's very gross. It's very gross. So the detachment from this gross life must go. But an ordinary villager understands it better because he's innocent. He's innocent because you are not innocent. That's why you see everything from your mind. You think with it. How much we paid, how much this is that, this, that. But an innocent villager, even if he has 4 annas, he would like to do something. Mother, that's all I have. We have a parable in the Bible. And this is what it is. One should see our detachment starts at a very base or level of money. You need not have any friends. What is the need to give to any friends? What are these friends for? Except for Shiva Tattva, what other friend you need? Think of it. Without God, what is your life? So the detachment must start, the priorities must change, and you must know that God is the one who is your friend, who is your father, who is your mother, who is to be worshipped. There is nothing else. Tana mana dana, everything is for God. Of course, I don't want anything from you, you know that. But that should be the attitude of a person. So the first, this attitude comes in a person. Of course, in Sahaja Yoga you have a great advantage that those who have developed this attitude have been helped so much materially that you find the proof of it immediately. The proof is there. And those who do not take to this kind of a thing suffer. So the proof is there. I must give you an example of a goldsmith. I had given him something to be made for the puja. A lot of gold was given, everything. And still, stupidly, he tried to make money out of that. And he got cancer and he died. I didn't do anything. But I knew he had made money. I knew that all. I know lots of things. I didn't say anything to him. Nothing. Never. Never even mentioned. He got cancer and he died. He is no more. Because Shiva Tattva disappeared. This was for a puja, the money of the saints. Something was to be made, and he should not have done it. The proof is just there. Now those who knew him got a fright of their lives. Oh God, now no more of this from us at least. But those who have been surrendered about the money part also, not that I take anything from you, nor do I want anything from you. But still the attitude I am saying is different. They have gone up, they have made money, they are very rich, they are very well to do, they are all right, they get so much blessings, everything. This is the first Navi Chakras detachment. We should start by putting Shiva on top. Every attachment can be attacked with Shiva Tattva. Because Shiva Tattva is brilliant like a diamond. Brilliant. Every facet can be cleansed out. Very simply through our Kundalini awakening and through our alertness. And what after that you can see there are other attachments we have. This is friendship, sympathies, friendships. Sympathies always go to a person who is in need or something like that. You have no sympathies, have tortured so many people. The other way also could be that you hate someone too much, you love someone too much, some sort of a thing like that. So detachment comes that you do not hate nor you love anyone. You leave it to God. That's a kind of a detachment, that you leave it to God. God, please, that is His response. I am not going to judge. Only thing, I judge them on Kundalini, I awaken their Kundalini. If it works out well and good, if it doesn't work out well. So, you have detached yourself from the responsibility of judging others. Only your judgment is on Kundalini, if it works out, all right. But you are just like a barometer, that's all. Or like a machine that cures. You are not involved into it. So this involvement into personal lives and personal relationships like mother, sister, brother, every sort of a nonsense must be taken up. Now say if your mother is not alright, you must just get after her and see that she is put right. That's very important. Mother has to be alright. If she is not alright, you tell her, I am not going to eat food from your hand. Finished. You get your vibrations on. You tell her that you better take to realization. Otherwise, I will not have anything to do with you. I'll just come see, talk to you, go away. Show that detachment to her. Be strong. You must cure your mother. Very important, because mother is a part of surgery. It's very important. But many people I've seen just do not know how to resist. You must protest, go on protesting, one after another, because that's the greatest thing you are doing for your mother. What else can you give it to her? Anything you give the whole world has no meaning, except correcting your mother for the better life, an eternal life, life of God. Then your wife. The wife is a very dangerous situation. If the wife is negative, she'll go on putting into your head things which will work out at an odd time. And you'll be amazed how you slipped out these things and how you said these things. Why should you have done it? Why did you do this? But the wife is to be told that you have to behave yourself, you have to get all right, nothing doing. There's no compromise. You be in another room, I'll be in another room. You should get well. I am not going to have. Because that is even much more dangerous. Because you know, if the woman is catching, then there are very serious diseases you develop with the Mooladhara problem. So you have to be strict with your wife. You should make her. You should say, I will not eat any food with your hand. I will have nothing to do. I will not talk to you. I'll just come and sleep in another room. And you better not touch my clothes. If you don't listen to me, then I have nothing to do with you. You better, I'm your husband. Whatever dharma I follow, you have to follow me. If you don't want to listen to me, then I have nothing to do. The wife can also do the same with the husband, gradually showing indifference in a way that he understands that it doesn't bring love. That's how women corrected men long time back. Nowadays, of course, women, if you give them something, they'll get pleased. Even if there's a keep, as long as you're giving diamonds to the wife, she's quite pleased with the keep. Still in India, it's not accepted. But I've seen in the West, nobody minds. If the husband has 10 keeps, doesn't matter. As long as he's giving you the money, all right, nobody minds it. It's very funny. So, wife's relation, mother's relations, husband's relations, close relations must be correct. Now, children must be guarded. You shouldn't allow your children to go to the wrong things. If they are doing wrong things, they are not coming to Saj Yoga, you are duty bound. You should say, I am not going to pay you any money. Nothing to do. I will not see your faces. If you do not take to Saj. What else are you going to give to your children but God? You can do it. All can do it. But one should know, I need not do it. So many people say that, mother, your husband is not so much a Sahajogi. It's all right. I know where to bring him in. I know when to bring my children in. Because if they were in, everybody would have said they have floated a family enterprise. As long as they are out of it is a very good idea, especially in India. So best thing is if they oppose me, I keep all of them out. My brothers, imagine my own brothers, my own. They all have tremendous respect for me, no doubt. Even my brother said that thank God you are staying in my room now, so the vibrations will be very good for me. What do you think of my vibrations? Everything he says, but he's not a surgeon. I have given realization to all of them. Everything is there. If they are not Sahajogi, is a part of this. Otherwise, they will be in charge of money. You see, what money you get now? Come now. This is mom. This is the money we have. All problems. With all these relations around, you don't know. Somebody will go and say, you see, Mataji said so. Oh, that's the daughter of Mataji has said so. That becomes fixed. I don't want all these pressures on my head. That's the best way. I wish our politicians understand that. Never have your relations around. That's the best way to administer. If you have your relations around, then you will never do right things. Or even if you do right things, your relations will spoil it. So all those who are Sahajogis must know that you should not try to help your relations in a way that they take advantage of Sahajoga. Like if you are a Sahajogi, then you bring your mother and make her sit in front of me. First correct her vibrations, put her right, and then bring her. Correct my father, correct my mother is not mother's responsibility, it's your own. When they are all right, then as you bring flowers to me, bring your relations as a very good present from your family. That's a much better thing than to be like this, that I have to clear. If one is a Sahajogi, all his 3 generations up and down, this side and that side, I have to cure. That means done. Like Mehrotra made me do. So one should detach from these family ties and these emotional imbalances we have, the emotional problems we have, by understanding that the only thing that these people should have is Sahajoga. And some people should not be in Sahajoga. Like as I said, my own husband and my daughter and my relations, I keep them out. All such people, if there are any, you should not also have them anywhere near the Sahajoga. You should be discreet to find out. Although all these my relations are very dharmic, extremely dharmic, very good, very self-respecting, all qualities they have got, everything, ready-made, but they are not in Sahajoga. So none of you can say somebody said so, so one said so. It has to be, mother has to say. This detachment has to come. It takes time, especially with Indians. All the time they are worried about their children or a mother or a father. Oh no, and on and on and on and on. See, years together, my son, my daughter, my son, my father. All the time now, by God's grace, so many have got rid of all their responsibilities somehow, through Sahajoga or whatever it is. So they are now settled down onto themselves because you are your own responsibility. So this detachment must be brought, those who are coming to Sahajoga. That we are here to get Sahajoga blessings, we are going to give blessings. That's right. You should be in the family, all right, if you want to have Sahajoga, you have it. But not to force them on Sahajoga. But you can't force Sahajoga on them. The stage has come that you have to talk about Sahajoga to them. In the beginning I used to say don't talk to them. But those who are useless, if they are not to be brought to Sahajoga, tell them You are not good for such yoga, better not ask. Then they will come. Some people you should show complete indifference. You are incapable, you are no good, you are too materialistic. Then that person will say, I'll prove that I am. All these detachments take place, and then the detachments are at Navi chakras. You rise up to your emotional side and the heart chakra.
We'll take the three great mantras. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Triguణात्मिका Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। With this, we will conclude today's session. Please feel free to meditate as there will be some music after this. Jai Shri Mataji.